What's up, everyone? Got this Shark vacuum here. This is the lift away. It's like this gray one that they sold a lot of them at Costco. Model number UV540. My hose started to rip, and I'm just gonna show you a couple tips you could do, and also how to replace it, where to get it from. Because the problem with this one is that this one is they say Costco exclusive or whatever, and it's basically gray. And there was some trouble getting it online. Anyways, I found it online on a website called shopjimmy.com, and they sell them. But basically, say mine ripped down here, but say your hose rips, something that you could do to hold you over. Usually they rip like that, and when you're vacuuming, this will open up and suck in air. So there's this tape I had. It's called Flex Fix, and this is the tape they use on like AC systems, kind of like on like your heaters and stuff. It's airtight and it's really flexible. Home Depot, Lowe's carries it, and basically what you do is you would just, the ripped area, just squeeze it together and then put like a couple wraps on it with this tape. That's what I did down here for this rip, and it held it pretty good. But my problem was this hose is so old, like new spots were starting to rip. So that's something you could do. You could try duct tape or something or whatever, but you know, they rip and they just get old. So also, if you have a glue, other part I glued it. It was like this, and I have this industrial glue, and I put a glob in there, squeezed it, taped it, and then that held it for a while. So the problem with replacing this hose is that finding parts for this vacuum is kind of tough. Just this particular model. I tried to get a hose for a different model on Amazon because those ones were like super easy, but it didn't fit. And that's what the problem with this one is. If you go down here, I'll show you on my new hose. This particular one has a unique fit. It has this little circle part, and it has this fin. This fin is important, and then it goes in. But if you order it without, and your new one doesn't have this fin, it might be the wrong one. I'm gonna show you this one I bought that I tried to be sneaky and buy a different model, and here's what happened with that.
Bought a different model hose because they look the same, and it's for these models, the NV models. Basically it looked almost similar, but this is just like too small. Like the circumference of it is just too small. It just doesn't even work. So don't try to use the NV ones. You got to get the right one.
Yeah, I got my new one here. It came as like this. Also, sometimes this little guy right here can turn on you, and this lets air in the hose if your suction's too powerful. So make sure that's shut if you're having weak hose or weak suction. And yeah, it came with the hose, came with this part. I tried to like cut it and put like this part in this thing, but I don't know what they do, but it's like glued in there hecka good. I couldn't get it out. I just had to buy a new hose. It was about 60 bucks. I know it's a lot. You can be like, oh, I can get a new Shark vacuum for that. But the newer Shark vacuums, for a decent one, they're getting like 200 bucks, around 200 bucks. So I just thought I'd just bite the bullet, buy the hose, and that's how I solved my ripped hose problem.
I got mine at shopjimmy.com. Like I said, it was about 60 bucks out the door. The Shark website is pretty expensive, but they have them there too.